Hello, good morning. It's a beautiful, crisp winter morning here in the Pushini Valley. Welcome to the Top Rock Wholesale Mineral and Fossil Sale. I'm Francis, and I'm a mineral enthusiast. That is Fig. He's a bone enthusiast. If you hear dogs barking in the background, those are poaching enthusiasts. If you hear any gunshots in the background, don't worry, those are nature conservation enthusiasts. Right, we've got quite the splendid lineup for today. There's very nice ball malachite, superb chrysocolla, pitacite, chrysocolla hemimorphite, amongst a couple of other beauties. So let's get to it, because Saturday we don't hang around. Right, first up, we got some absolutely glorious fire quartz palm stones. These little red hematoid palm stones are rated A grade to very good. Let's have a looky-see at some of them. $20 of these beautiful little fire quartz palm stones, 1.39 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $40. That is for flat 617. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. Right, next up, libethenite for the copper collectors. There are 7 of these rarities. Let's try and get the sun right. It's coming at angles. Rated as very good to A grade. It's just short of 1 kilogram. Let's just try and get in there. As opposed to libethenite in the past, which were quite vividly greenish. These are very dark, well-shaped and large crystals. They can tend to be a little crystalline. Oh, hello. What's that? That's interesting. Let's just see if I can get more of that. Is that dioptase? Maybe just that doesn't know. It looks like dioptase. Anyway, I digress. These 7 beauties, they're going to cost $51. That is for flat 604. Next up, we got some fresh Buchenhout in this week, and we're going to get some more, and these are beautiful. This is very good to A grade. More of the traditional Buchenhout, light lilac spirit quartz with a limonite around the base. They do sparkle absolutely gloriously. I love the morning sunlight. These are beautiful. There's a lot of, obviously, limonite eventually gives way to goethite, which is why there's some darkness down around at the base. This is 1.1 kilograms worth of Buchenhout. It's going to cost $50. That is flat 626. Up next, we got 70 beautiful little black tourmaline and feldspar crystals. They are rated as good, very good to A grade, 790 grams. There's highlight in the mix here as well, just off the cuff. Look at that, that's pretty. Smoky quartz, feldspar, black tourmaline. Another one is pretty and crystalline. Brilliant formation. Good, very good to A grade. This flat of 70 black tourmaline is going to cost $49. That is for flat 627. Let me just see here. I like feldspar. Right up next is some absolutely gorgeous, very good to A grade silky malachite. And it's gorgeous, man. Look at that chatoyancy. It's quite a thin specimen, which is nice. Ooh, that side's even prettier. 1.21 kilograms for the silky. This will be the very good only. interesting one. That is delicious. These 3 silky malachites are going to cost $46. That is for flat 569. Right, and then blue lace agate, like you haven't seen it before, and trust me, we do a lot of blue lace agate, man. 1.88 kilograms. This is only good to very good, but look at the calcite formation on the blue lace. That is stunning. I did check, it does not fluoresce, but still, man, that is epic calcite. Same with this one, a bit of a smaller one. You can see the formations there. There's a bit of a dog tooth, and the rest are all rhombohedral. These 3 are going to cost only $30. That is for flat 565. Then, right, let's spend a little time because we've got 20 mostly standing polished points. Where was I? Let's have a look at these little points. There's a little bit of amethyst, a very light amethyst. I don't know if you can you see the rutile in there? There we go. Beautiful rutile. There's a fair amount of little chlorite, garden quartz points as well. Look at that beauty there. These are rated as A to double A grade. They weigh 420 grams. Now here's one. Here's one that is just mind-blowing. Look at that. Look at that beautiful rutile there. Yummy. Oh. Just buy the entire box for this one. There's a smoky, couple of double terminations, such as this one here. More chlorite. Look at that. Beautiful. Right, what else is here? More chlorite. Quite a lot of chlorite in here. Here's a double terminated mild amethyst with rutile. Look at that. There we go. This flat here is going to cost $39 only. That's pretty cool for an awesome A2 double A grade polished points and a couple of double terminators. $39 for flat 601. And here we go. Chrysocolla and quartz covered in druzy. And some of them, I'm not going to say all of them, because that's dodgy, have got hemimorphite. How do we know? Because they're heavy and because they also come from Laputo mine, famous for hemimorphite. This one's not too heavy, but that quartz is beautiful. This is heavy. That is very heavy. Malachite there as well. Yeah, it's just, you can immediately feel. Okay, there's 7 of them, not 6. This little smallie one. This flat's going to cost all of $44. That is flat 618. On to some Sashi River red agate. Let's put some sun on it. Here, these are all rated as, well, very good to A grade. There are 20 of them. partly polished, beautiful red banding. Is the prettiest. Is this the prettiest? It is pretty. This flat over here, 1.76 kilograms. It's going to cost $40 for the 20 Sashi River one-side polished onlys. That's flat 568. Then we have got very good A and double A grade Jamie Pink rose quartz double terminated crystals. They weigh 1.38 kilograms. That one's very demi. This one's just A. Here we go, look at this one. That's beautiful. That's all it's trying to show. Beautiful. These 6 double terminated are going to cost $50. That is flat 699. On to some good, very good Tiger's Eye and A grade, partly polished. Well, polished Tiger's Eye from Briska, the best source of Tiger Eye in the world. Look at that gorgeous chatoyancy. That is epic. Ooh, yum, 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 yum. Tiger's Eye is what got me hooked on minerals to start with as a child. It is quite heavy. It's 1.93 kilograms. This flat's going to cost $33 only. That's pretty good for 24 pieces of beautifully polished Tiger's Eye. That's a flat 630. Right, possibly the flat of the sale today. Well, no, I can't say that, but geez, look at these. Chrysocolla. Beautiful, beautiful chrysocolla. Covered in druzy. On top of azurite pseudomorphs. These are rated as all of A grade. And you can see why. A little bit of heterogenite, native copper as well. Ooh, that is turquoise. Bit of malachite. Oh, look at those malachite blades. Absolutely stunning flat. It's going to cost $73 for the 6. That is for flat 622. Then some white Buchenhotuk, a bit of a variance. There are 12 of these clusters rated very good to A grade. They weigh 1.16 kilograms. Nice bit of white quartz, white spirit quartz, or fairy quartz. Although I suspect Cora will argue that the fairy quartz version has got much smaller crystals around the base. This flat's going to cost $44. That is flat 607. Then some banded tiger iron points. There are 3 of these beauties, lined with hematite streaks. Sorry for my sniffing. It's been a bit of a cold morning. I think I might be coming down with something. Quite heavy. They're 1.51 kilograms for the 3. They're going to cost $51. That is for flat 603. Then next up, we got a family of little Namibian picture stone standing freeforms. There are 4 in this family, rated as good to very good only. Ooh, that's an interesting one. It stands up. Oh, look at the dendritic patterns on here. It's beautiful, resembling the landscape of Namibia. This is a jasper, so it is very hard. Those dendritic patterns all over. Beautiful flat of Namibian picture stone. That's going to cost $43 for flat 570. Next up, we're going to get the ball rolling. 2 flats. Well, this one is some Merlinite spheres. 6 Merlinites. 2.2 kgs for the 6 spheres. They're rated as very good to A grade. Polish is excellent. Merlinite is also known as gabbro. But Merlinite's more of a... Oh, look at that. There is... You see that? That's pretty. That is pyrite, I can only assume. Yeah, that's cool. I haven't seen that before in gabbro. There's more. Ooh. Oh, maybe only comes out with the, geez, that's awesome. There's a lot of them. I'll just go back and see if these aren't. No, just those last 2. No, there's some here as well. Little specks of pyrite. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Geez, so I should only be looking at gabbro, whatever. But I tell you what, I'm becoming a fan of Morning Light and gabbro. So that's 3 of them with a bit of pyrite. Look at that, man. That's awesome. Very nice. $39 for the 6. That is flat 625. Then, not stopping with the balls, we got some beautiful chrome muscovite spheres from Toko, Zimbabwe. That's a rather sad-looking individual. It's mica, chrome mica, essentially. Polished in Zimbabwe. This is a rough shod sphere at the very best. These are hand polished. No machines for the Zimbabweans. Pretty bang average flat of mica spheres. $37 for flat 623. Then 20 polished amethyst points, and always the one double termination. I don't know if Vuzi does that on purpose. Always just put in a little double termination just to keep me on my feet, I suppose. That's beautiful. Look at that. These are rated as very good to A grade. One of them has a lot of rutile. Looks like a tourmaline. Rutile, just black rutile. This flat here weighs 430 grams. It's going to cost $39. That's flat 621. Then rhodocalcite, 4 beautiful specimens, cobalt-bearing calcite from the Mashamba West Mine, the legendary Mashamba West Mine, rated as these are good, very good to A grade. So here we've got a good grade, some cobalt calcite, a little bit of a chrysocolla on the side there as well. And then we got the very good, beautiful dogtooth formation, slightly gemmy, topped with a bit of colwezite, also a cobalt type of malachite. Very good again, a bit more definitive dogtooth here. best one for last. Look at that pink. Look at that pink. And look at the formations. That is gorgeous. That is A grade. Very rare. Very special. I don't see much of this coming out. Well, I said that a month ago, and we've had some dribs and drabs. But tell you what, the guys are starting. Usually, being a wholesaler, we get charged, and we charge by kg because if we get it, we get it. If we get charged by kg, we charge per kg to you guys. Except that the Congolese have, wow, they are now selling these. We used to get them per kg. They are now selling each little individual one on their own merit. So 780 grams for this flat. It's going to cost $117. Flat 629. Next up, we got ball malachite, 1.48 kgs for two beautiful specimens. This is from the Mendingi mine, especially so because, well, the Mendingi mine has the ball malachite on top of druzy, in this case quartz, nice vug. Well-formed quartz. I can't really see. I hope you can. That's beautiful. Quite a large butterstone. The second one's beautiful. Look at that. On top of pteridonite has taken over there. No, I lied. That'll be limonite goethite. Goethite given away. And I say that because of that yellow there. That'll be the limonite, I assume. Beautiful, beautiful specimen. Quartz in the base as well. Lots. These are rated as very good grade. I just want to check if Nick hasn't made a note about that because that yellow does tickle me a little bit. No. Okay, no notes. Just ball malachite. Interesting. Well, regardless of that, this flat's going to cost $72 for the two. Flat 620. Onto the center of the table, and we got ourselves some bastite. Two bastite standing freeforms. That is the beautiful piemontite. That's the red on the epidote matrix. These are rated as very good to A grade. Here's a beauty. This is the A grade one. A little bit of hematite there. Don't often see that with a bastite. Nice. For 1.43 kilograms for the two standing freeforms, and they're gonna cost, if I can just get the label out, they're gonna cost $46 for the two. That is flat 586. On to some dioptase, a large dioptase specimen with some very nice large crystals and amidst some bladed malachite. That'll just be as you write pseudomorphs. 1.3 kgs rated only as good grade. There is a fair amount of malachite in the mix there. This little dioptase is gonna set you back, $160. That is flat 567. Then last on the first trolley, we've got a large Buchenhout hook cluster with a lot of limonite. It weighs 2.54 kilograms. Let's just take this to the sun and see if I can do it justice. Light lilac windows with a lot of limonite just taking over. So you see those beautiful lilac windows. Excellent quality. Is that broken off? No, because, hang on, where am I? This little finger here started regrowing. Nice. nice large brook and note hook. It's gonna, it's only very good grade. That is gonna set you back $112. That's for flat 706. Onto the second trolley we go, and we're not stopping with brook and note hook, except it's a different variation, a greyish, less lilac, but check out the limonite and hematite or hematoid phantoms in some of these beautiful windows. I think I should take this trolley into the sun. 35 of these crystals. These are all sometimes referred to as witch's fingers. I don't know if it's the if it's because of a druzy or because of the greyness. These are rated as all as A grade. They're going to cost $53. That is flat 577. Silky malachite, 3 largest specimens up next. These are rated very good to A grade. Weighing in at 1.58 kilograms. Lovely chatoyancy. This flat of malachite's going to cost $57. That's flat 587. Onto some polished quartz points from Madagascar. There's one with lovely moss involved. That's chlorite. Nice phantoms. This one's got a lot of beautiful copper rutile in the base. And then 2 larger ones. Some lovely phantoms. A bit misty in the back, beautiful clean in the front. Look at that. That's beautiful. Likewise. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this trolley into the sun. Right, very good. Into the sunlight, into the beautiful morning sunlight. Onto, what have I said? These 4 points. Let's check them out. And a bit of backlighting. That's very cool. This flat of 4 points. They're going to cost all of, I don't know. Oh, there we go. $46, flat 689. I already did that. All right, banded agate. We got 6 slices. Well, we got 5 slices, and we got a large thick slice. I suppose, for lack of anything better to call it. Only polished one side. Beautiful banded patterns. Another one kind of, I wonder if this is a pear. It is a pear as well. No, it's not. Maybe it was a pear, but it's definitely been polished more than maybe it should have. I don't know. It is a pear. Is it a pear? Yes, it is a pear. A pear. A geode. A pear. Look at that. Oh, if you see it from the side, is that beautiful red iron. The 4 slices. Beautiful thin slices. That's glorious. Oh, let me see. There you go. How's that? How is that, my bro? These are rated as very good to A grade, 1.53 kilograms. $42 for the 6, $5.90 the flat number. Next up, we have got some beautiful black tourmaline and a highlight opal and feldspar. Here's the highlight opal straight off the bat. There's a lot of highlight. A bit of feldspar in the mix as well. That's a very nice flat of a black tourmaline. Smoky quartz. This is from Irongo in Namibia. A place famous for its magic and for lighting up at night. Rated as a very good to A grade. 750 grams is what these 35 little tourmalines weigh. $42 is what they cost. That is flat $5.93. Onto some chrysocolla hemimorphite mixes. There's 6 of these crystals. They're rated only as good and with a maybe an afterthought to very good. Stands to reason they should be really cheap, right? Nice druzy. There we go, with a bit of silky malachite on there as well. Really funky specimen this. See that lovely chrysocolla creeping through the druzy. Darker this one. Sure. This little flat here weighs 1.28 kgs. It's going to cost $45. That is a flat 708. Onto some ball malachite. 6 specimens here from the Mindingi mine in the Congo. 720 grams is what they weigh. The ball malachite here on top of the druzy. This particular one on top of the quartz. That's more silky than ball malachite, man. Limonite taking over there in the quartz. That's a proper ball. This flat's rated as good, very good to A grade, 720 grams. It's going to cost $44. That is for flat 693. Then some light lilac. There are 70 Buchenhout crystals, little smally ones. They're rated as, well, my, oh my. They're rated as very good to A grade. There's some absolute stunners here. There's a, look at this. Come on. Hello? Hello? Phone? There we go. Beautiful red iron there. Let's look at another one. Here we go. Pretty flat. Rated as very good to A grade. 710 grams. It's going to cost, well, this is only going to cost $32. That's for flat 698. Then some polished points, 6 of them, 720 grams. We got some smoky. We got a very clear smoky. Nice rainbow veil. Sure, look at that. got an amethyst. Some limonite in there. Here's one with some strong iron influences. How funky is that? That's groovy. Six beautiful points. They are rated as very good to A grade. These six will cost you $45. That is flat 671. Then we've got some bastite points, smaller ones, 1.05 kgs for three of these beautiful bastites from Messina. They're rated as very good to A grade. Nice thin towers, always good for your shipping weights. That's an interesting shift of epidote there. This flat's going to cost $38 for the three bastite points, flat 707. Then we head to Turquoise Paradise. That's beautiful. Two beautiful A-grade only chrysocolla specimens. And they are covered in druzy. Look at these, are gorgeous, man. Malachite, chrysocolla, druzy. These two beautiful specimens, they weigh 920 grams. They're going to cost $147. That's flat 609. On to 12 ammonite pairs. And straight off the cuff, let's admire some opalization. That is gorgeous. Look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey, come back here. Here we go. And that's just the one half. Let's dig out the other one, see if it's the same. It's very thin. Yes, it's beautiful. Look at that opal. Oh, opalization. Yummy. This flat's rated as very good to A grade. Nice big deep bugs there. Come here. There you go. Some more opalization. Beautiful flats of ammonites. They're going to cost $45. That's for flat 703. Right, onto some serious stuff. We have got Petersite. That is the crocodilite. So this is these are rated only as good grade, 2.43 kilograms. This is lapidary heaven. And I tell you what, Petersite is expensive. So this is not a flat you want to miss out on if ever you want to carve or polish or sell to lapidarists. Okay, so this, see, as opposed to, let's say, okay, so here we've got some normal, right, let me just get this right, so this is later on. Here we've got some tiger eye, right? Tiger eye invariably always in thin shelves, so they run in a straight line, just like crocodilite. which is also a family member of asbestos, so which is what this is as well. But what makes this spectacularly special is that this crocodilite, the blue tiger eye, runs in weird patterns. Right now, can you see the weird patterns? So it doesn't run in a straight line, it's all over the show, which is why this is so friggin' rare, very, very special, and exceptionally expensive. Although this is not so expensive. And I'll show you why now. There's 6 of these in this flat. Oops, sorry. Just go through them. It's not often we get to look at a site, not in its rough state. Usually you only get to see it in small little jewelry pieces. But this, that is awesome. Quartz crocodilite. Oh, mate. So that's not so fibrous. Quite hard. Yeah, this is special, man. Very, very special. If you do lap this, take big care to wear those goggles. Yeah. Very special flat, 2.43 grams. This is going to be only $97. That's $97 for 2.5 kg. So what are we looking at there? That's $45 a kg. Is my math right? Or less than that? 2.4. Anyway, flat 697. And if you don't want it, I'll take it. Right, on to blue lace agate. We got 2 large-ish specimens, 2.13 kilograms, rated as good to very good. And this one is lovely. Look at that. Quite large. Runs through to the other side as well. Blue lace agate, this is going to cost $33 only. That's for flat 676. Next up, we got 6 black tourmaline eggs, 1.08 kilograms. These little Malagasy specials. They've got a little bit of calcite in the mix as well, little veins. They do light up. There is a school of thought that also says it's filler. Well, we can debate about it. They're rated as medium, good to very good at best. But it's been a while since I've seen little black tourmaline eggs. They're going to cost $27. That's $27 for 6 black tourmaline eggs, flat 673. On to 3 green opal standing freeforms. They're quite heavy, 1.96 kilograms. Oh, hello, that's pretty. Rated as good to very good only. The hue of green is pretty cool because they can be very bland. Having said that, I'm not seeing much changes of color, and we all know the Latin opal is Latin for change or change of color. So I don't know. Anyway, this is $44 for the 3 standing freeforms. That is flat 696. Right, I showed you one earlier, but let me show you again. Tiger eye standing freeforms. Beautiful buoyancy. There's hematite in the mix there as well, but a nice stream of quartz. These are beautiful. Rated as very good to A grade. The Tiger Eye standing freeforms, they weigh 1.48 kilos. Beautiful. I love tiger eye. Not as much as I love crocodilite, but there we go. $55 for the 2 standing freeforms, flat 687. Hemi Chrysocolla, we've been here before today. These are rated as very good to A grade, weighing slightly more than 1 kilo. Ooh, look at that sparkle. Catch it. Yeah, look at you, sparkle. She's shiny. Very shiny. These are 6 specimens. Here we go. There's a bit of a botryoidal formation there with a chrysocolla working its way into quartz. And Hemi, man, that's heavy. Super cool. These 6 are going to cost you $44. That is flat 576. Then a very nice flat of dark lilac Bucanotuk. These are the rarer variations, slightly smoky, but definitely a lot darker. You can see those almost purple shades to the windows. Very clean, very clear. This is no doubt all A grade. All doubts dispelled. They are, in fact, all A grade. To the other side, there's they weigh slightly less than 1 kilogram. That's 980 grams. Bit of a twin termination to the top there. Lots of limonite. Very nice flat of Bucanotuk. It's going to cost $49. Yeah, that's fair dinkum. Flat 583. Now, ball malachites, 790 grams for 2 smackers, man. Look at the shiny glitter ball malachite on top of a limonite druzy. That's a beaut. These are rated as both A grade, and you can see why. Look at that. No scuff marks. This is a stunning specimen. That's very special. This flat's going to cost $49. That's a bloody good bargain. I don't know if that's a mistake or not, actually. Just check. 869. No, that's not a mistake. 572 is the flat number. Lacquer. Very lacquer. Right, on to a proper piece of rhodocalcite. These, you talk about dogtooth calcite. Well, this is dogtooth calcite. That is dogtooth cobalt-bearing calcite, which makes it even rarer. There's a lacquer amount of chrysocolla down there. Let's try and get the sun in there. And that corwezite as well. This is super rare and a beautiful, beautiful specimen. I'll check the grading now, but it'll probably be very good, simply because the pink is not as, well, gemmy as we've seen from one specimen before during the sale, the earlier one where they were full specimens. But that is superb. That is just wicked, wicked, man. Look at those formations. Look at that. Look. Yummy. 1.62 kilograms. I was right. It's very good grade only. This stand nicely. It does stand nicely. Look, well behaved. Rhodocalcite. $211 for that specimen. That's for flat 581. Then a funky, groovy, chunky piece of cubic fluorite from Mirongo with lots of funky cool. Funky cool. How's that song go? That is beaut. A whole bunch of subgrade quartz just standing up, getting in an acicular party mood. And then that cubic fluorite, the cubic green stuff. Look at that, that's stunning. A little bit of purple edgings to the corners of the fluorite. One of my favorite types. I've got a couple of these. They are funky. They are proper lekker. 1.56 kgs. It's only rated as probably good. It's not even rated. No, it's rated as good. It's going to cost $26 for that. $26, man. How can you say no to that? That's so cool. Flat 702. And then a large jacaranda amethyst geode from Mumbwa in Zambia. And I'm not a fan, but I'll tell you what, of all the geodes from Zambia I've seen, this one is hell of a nice. Those windows are clean usually. And, well, yeah, there are chips, but less chips than they usually are. And the transparency on these windows is just awesome. You can see additional growth, secondary growths there. This is very nice for a Mumbwa. And Mumbwas tend to be, Mumbwas are in fact quite cheap. That does stand any number of ways. This Mumbwa, 6.89 kgs of beautiful, neat, clean lilac windows and a deep fug. It's going to cost, what's this going to cost? $115. That's for almost 7 kgs of geode, flat 616. Happy days, guys. Thanks for popping in. I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. I intend to. And have a beaut. Bye.